All right, hello everyone. Here we are setting up for hole number 9. What I'm going to do is go with my Apoc. We're going to do Berserker, and we're going to play this hole just a little bit differently. Now, what's nice about this shot that we're going to do, even if you end up in the rough, you're still within range for your Nirvana to get to the green with a power 5 ball. So it is a very good shot. It's kind of an alternate method to what you saw on my first tutorial. But both are going to have, their advantages and disadvantages. Me personally, I would probably go with this approach that you're going to see in this video if you can do it, which is probably going to be Apoc 5, Apoc 6, Apoc 7. Apoc 5 may not make it from time to time, so could be a little bit risky, and maybe something that you might want to think about doing more of my layup approach, which will be also much easier to do with those advanced clubs. Here you can see that it just barely rolls into the fairway there. So this is all we're trying to do, is just get it to that fairway. That's really the only thing I care about, is just making it there. So I'm probably never going to use more than a Berserker. And if you have, a 6 or a 7, it's just going to make it that much easier to just kind of secure yourself in the fairway. So there's 5 rings. I'm going to go very close to 10, which is very close to 1 per ring. It's a little bit of an overplay. You'll also see that I'm going to do some curl. Now what this does is it just kind of make sure that I don't roll through the fairway and kind of keep the better line, because you can see that it's starting to lean over here towards that rough. So that's one of the main reasons that you see me doing that. Now there's a chance that you'll get it to a long iron. I actually probably put myself a little bit in between clubs. I can probably play it with a sniper, or I can also, I might be right at that max B52 range as well. What I like to do from, back in this fairway, especially with a straightened wind, is I like to do a rough bump shot, if at all possible. It's a little bit easier. Something that you can't do very easily from the first fairway. But from the second fairway, especially once you're farther back like I am, another thing I can do is I can just kind of scale back my topspin. I could kind of make it emulate more of an Apoc 6 and kind of keep it a little bit on the shorter side to make sure that I don't fall in between clubs here. So let's take a look. It looks like I'm probably going to be okay. So what I'll pretty much do when I'm towards max club like this, I'm going to be pulling back towards mid club, but that usually doesn't affect what I do. What I'm going to pretty much try to do more than anything is very, very close to 1 per ring. And you'll see that I might just slightly offset that ball guide, but it's also going to be very dependent upon where you actually land. So it's going to be very critical. As I mentioned, I'm going to go kind of close to 1 per ring, and I'm just going to try to estimate, 10.5 in 1 pull. So you can see what I was doing there with my slight bit of offset on that bullseye target. Here you can see perfect ball. And you can see it does land just a little bit long, so I probably did need to go. So you can see, where was I, like plus 14 or something? You can see it's going to need a little bit more than 1 per at that distance. So let's take a look at, what that essentially means. So power 5, I was probably at the plus 14 number. Let's just take a look here real quick. What was that, 10.5? I'm at 11 here. But I'm assuming that with the plus 14, it was probably somewhere around here that I was pulling. So maybe plus 10, plus 5, somewhere in there. So maybe like a plus 10% over adjustment. Somewhere around 11.5 might have been a little bit better than the shot that I hit. Somewhere between 11.3. 11.2, somewhere like that. So hopefully that is helpful for you guys, and you guys put together a good qualifying score, or make sure that you're practicing today if you want to get some repetition in. It's much easier after you see it more than 2 times. the guys who win, they've rehearsed this setup quite a few times. So you should probably do similarly is what I'd recommend. Good luck out there, and let me know how it goes. I will catch you guys on some more guides in the future.